All right. So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Promise Breakfast Seminar, which is devoted to the cybersecurity certifications. During this seminar, I would like to path you through the market of cybersecurity certifications, explain some and describe some types of certifications, requirements, type of organizations, communities, and of course the different recognition of levels of the cybersecurity certifications. So from the beginning, why I think I'm confident to talk about this. Frankly speaking, I know how to be certified. I have a lot of different abbreviatures, from different organizations. Why? Because several years ago, I was a trainer for the different certification organizations, including the ISSA, ECouncil, ISSA, PECB, Mile2, and etc., including Cisco and so on. So to deliver certification, I need to know, I need to path it also, of course, and need to know how to deliver. So the first question that any cybersecurity or information security expert raised before going through this path: why to certify and what the certification could give me. Yeah, the answer is there are a lot of answers, and the main answer, of course, is an employment opportunities. Take a look. From one perspective, the companies, they need to have a kind of filter of applicants. Yeah, but who will filter? HR, human resource seeker, or let's say scout, and it require he or she requires some kind of filter requirements. Yep, how to filter non-related CVs, and one of the filter is certification. That's why in a lot of different job descriptions on LinkedIn, Monster, etc., you could find the abbreviations of certifications. All right, we need guy with skills of what this. Those certifications, extremely appreciate. Yep, or derated. Yep. All right, and this is a kind of first filter. Of course, any certification will increase your employment opportunities. The next thing that if we're talking about the employer retention policy, who will be fired in case of massive fire? Certified people or uncertified? The question is obvious. Yeah, the answer is obvious. But why? The idea that why companies they prefer people with cybersecurity certification. First of all, it's cybersecurity. It's an important thing and very specific. If you talk about the general IT, all right, you need. If you talk about the applicant or employee, it requires to be confident with the topics. But in security, there is one more thing. It's a trust. Besides the skill, you need to have a bit of additional trust. Yep, according to the specific of the topic. And cyber certification kind of use it to measure this trust sometimes. So if what does it mean? I'm talking about that if I have certified, for example, in CISSP, of course, it shows my skills, my knowledge, but also my time and money spent to achieve the certification. For example, if you talk about the exam, yep, CISSP exam costs around 7,000 kronas, around 700 euros. Yep. So it's not, it's valuable. It's valuable price, and the requirements for the certification are high. So it means that I've spent a time being prepared. I've spent the money, attempt to pass this exam, So I'm more trustful than uncertified people. Yeah. And the next thing that is valuable for the employers and in companies in general are requirements from projects and tenders. So the same situation as we discussed it in, for now, in hiring the people, also in engaging the companies to the project, partners, contractants, or subcontractors. How to be sure we could trust this company and this company is able to deliver the service, required service, with a related level of quality and in time, let's say. Of course, if it has certified people with knowledge, it's more trust. And that's why in projects description, in tenders, frequently we see a lot of requirements related to stuff. Means we expect that your employees should have, for example, certified ethical hacker, OSCP, and CPANT. Those three certifications are related to penetration testing. So the service is penetration testing, of course, and so on. But there are too many additional options that are available for the employee. First of all, for today, certification materials very often, frequently used for education. Means, just a look, you would like to get some knowledge in cloud. Of course, you could push yourself to see videos, to practice, and so on and so forth. This one way. The next way, you've been applied to certification in 3 months, and you have 3 months to be prepared. So you read the books and watching videos, practice with the environment, mean you use the certification materials and requirements for education to increase your knowledge and skills and qualification. And this is a very common way to do it. If you talk about some specific environments, kind of cloud or DevOps, etc., they require certifications and so on. And the next point, the last point, from the employer perspective. Take a look. Employer would like to give some benefits to employee. Of course, the biggest benefit is increasing the salary, but it's not so easy. There is a policy, there is a limitations and the limitation and so on. But how to gratitude the people? By HIMA certification voucher, and it's also widely used way to grade the people with a thumb for their job. Of course, I'm talking cybersecurity people. But as consequences, for any cases, certified people, certified employee will have raised income. That's it. But one thing, which one? Which certification should you use, or should you choose? Sorry, and what the value of it? The basement of any certification is its recognition. Means, if it's recognized and valid, of course, it's good. If it's not known, it's just, unknown company, unknown vendor. So what's the point? That's why certification should be recognized. And as much as it's recognized, as much it's valuable. So how to check, is it recognized or not? I will give you a hint. Go to the LinkedIn or Monster.com, any job seeker site, and try to put the certification in the search string. And if you will have a bulk of different project job opportunities with this mention of the certification, that's great. If not, sorry about that. It's not a good way. All right, this was the introduction of why to be certified, what's the value, and how to choose, and how to evaluate. Let's discuss about the certification types. I could split all the certification that I know in 3 main categories. First category, vendor certifications. And with two subsections. First section, it's an ecosystem. Cisco, Microsoft, Hewlett-Packard, Oracle, VMware, Checkpoint, Amazon, Google Cloud Platform. You could be certified as security expert in this ecosystem. For example, Cisco has several information cybersecurity certifications. Microsoft also several. AWS has, as far as I remember, two. IBM a lot of, because IBM provides certifications. It's an interesting thing. Not only for the, and Cisco as well, not Cisco, sorry, Checkpoint as well, not for the using the ecosystem and configuring, but selling. So for example, you could find something like IBM Iron certified seller, kind of that. It's a true story. If you talk about the vendors, don't forget about the tool-based certifications. Burp Suite, it's a well-known tool for security evaluation of applications. Encase Forensic, tool for forensic investigations. CrowdStrike, the security tool, endpoint security, and so on. Access Data, also tool for forensic. They do provide their certification. So it means that person is able to manipulate this tool or to understand how to configure this tool, to use it, and so on and so forth. The same situation with Splunk, etc., etc. So I named them vendor-based certifications. So vendor certifies that this person is able to use, configure, or sell its product, or the person is confident in its ecosystem. There is additional next category, vendor neutral certifications. What I'm talking about, there are a lot of different organizations. They pose themselves as vendor neutral. What does it mean? So it means questions and tasks in certifications will not be related to specific vendor and cover the fundamental questions of theory. Among them, ISSA Square, SANS, ISSA, ECouncil, MIL2, Offensive Security, INE, former Learned Security, and so on. And if you talk about the cybersecurity certifications, they came from these vendor neutral companies. So vendors certifications, let's say, being launched later, much more, a lot of years later. And there is a third category named community certifications. I'm talking about the special communities. For example, community of forensic expert, of forensic officers, or so on and so forth. So ESCs, ISCFCE, they are community-based. If you talk about the certification type, means that each organization, each vendor or community or company could provide different certification based on different, let's say, requirement. First of all, for example, knowledge-based, you need to pass a test and pass the exam. So learn the theory and pass the exam, pass the test. Action-based, you need to practice, and it's a practical exam. So exam to find something, to crack something, to hack something, and so on. And experience-based means you need to do something, pass the exam, find the result, and have related experience. 5 years or 3 years, depends on the certification type. For example, ISSA requires 5 years of related experience. ISSA Square the same. And could be hybrid. Means in one exam you could have test and practical assignment in virtualized environment. CompTIA stands for this. You see that we have a lot of different organizations, but we have a lot of different certification types. But the question is, how much certifications do we have in our market? And interesting thing that there is a really smart guy, Paul, it decided to create a cybersecurity certifications map. And he is updating it in a regular way. That's a map of cybersecurity certifications. Take a look. We have domains, for example, communication, network security, identity access management, security architecture engineering, asset security, security risk management, assessment testing, software security, security operations, sub domains, and the level from the beginner to intermediate. And you could see that for here we have the levels. For example, CISSP, one of the oldest certification. I will talk about this, and that covers a lot of domains, or CASP Plus from CompTIA, or SSCP from ISSA, and so on and so forth. So this map represents 473 certifications, but as I said, it could not cover all of them because it doesn't include certifications from specific vendors and so on. So 473 at its end, it's not the end. Okay, you see that some certifications really thing. For example, and specific. For example, CESHify, computer hacking forensic investigation from ECouncil. It's slated just for forensic, and that's it. Or we could have an GRAM with from the SANS, which covers not only forensic but also testing and incident handling, and etc. etc. Here we go. Somewhere here we have NCASE and so on. Certified ethical hacker, penetration testing, and bit incident handling, and that's it. So you see that world of certifications. Welcome. Now let's discuss the way of preparation and the type of companies and certifications. I will deliver you what I know. So you decided to be certified. All right. And you have several options. First option, if we talk about the vendor or vendor neutral certifications, we could have an official trainings with official training partners or accredited training organizations, depends on, or academy, specific academy, whatever. We have several type of material delivery, bootcamp trainings, 5 days of, or 2, 3, 5 days of full bootcamp, practical labs, for example, in virtualized environment or provided to you as in the way of virtual machines and so on. Online platforms to see the videos, to pass the test, to practice the test, and the same with practical labs. And of course, books and materials, and practice tests, official one. Take a look. If I talk about the official one, we have CISSP CBK. It's a big book, but it's boring. And I had no any CISP certified person who was prepared to the exam with help of this CISP CBK. But unofficial book, but valuable. Name it All-in-One CISSP from Sean Harris. This lady started a good book. It's for now, it looks like a Bible for this certification. It's also very big, tall, but it's not official. Sometimes vendors and companies, organizations, they're partnering with the other organization for the test delivery, test creation. For example, a company named Cybex. It has an agreement with ISSA and creates a test for CISSP, SSCP, for other types of certification, and sell these books. Of course, it's valuable. It's a big market, believe me, because when you will visit Coursera, Udemy, what else, EDX, and so on platforms, you could see that they Cloud Guru and so on, Cloud Academy, they said, okay, we have a specific certification tracks for the AWS, for the Microsoft, for the SSCP, for example, and so on and so forth. Interesting case, I would like to share my experience with Cisco from ISSA. This book, Review Manual, 15th edition, it's not hard, it's not big. It's tall, it's a little small, around maybe 200, 200 pages, not bad. But the thing is that each sentence in this book is valuable. And to pass the exam, you need to read it several times and understand each sentence without, surfing. Okay, it's okay, I know it. No. The answer is in each sentence. So, as I said, we have official training and unofficial. Some certifications require that you pass the official training. Some don't. So, for example, you could buy the exam without the training and go with it to the Pearson VUE or other testing center and pass the exam on your own. But if you talk about the organizations, when company buys voucher for its employees, it buys not only vouchers for exams, but the kind of packet education with voucher. It's good for training partners. It's a standard policy for the certification organizations. So for now, let's discuss the certification organizations. ISSA, CISSP or CISP is the oldest cybersecurity certification. Started in 1996. At the beginning, it has to obtain the certification, you need to pass 6-hour test with 250 questions, and it covers everything from which glass should be in office and which man trap you should install at the entrance on your office, with which type of fire system you need to install in server room, etc., including the role-based access models, theoretical and practical, Bela Lapadula, Baranovskyi, etc. And of course, for now, it includes also cloud, web security, and so on and so forth. It's wide, but not so deep. If you talk about the test, for now, it's from 100 to 150 questions, computer-based, and it's adaptive. What does it mean? So you have 3 hours, and you pass the questions. At the after the 100 question, system will evaluate you. If everything okay, means you got the required score, test will finish. If not, it will provide you 50 more questions. So adaptive based test. And it requires 5 years of experience. So what's the idea? You pass the test, you are kind of assignee. You are not being certified yet. You need to fill the form, send this form with your certification results to the ISSA, and notice the number of the person who could prove it. Means already certified expert, which will prove that this guy has this later experience, and so on. Take a look. You could even check the certified amount of person in your country. For now, in Sweden we have 716, except me, because I'm connected with Ukraine one. But feel free. But CSSP, it's oldest and most valuable, but the ISSA provides several additional ones. CCSP, Security Administration, kind of CISP for low-level CISP. Yeah, it's 100 questions for hours and a bit easier, more technical one. CCSP, Cloud Security Certified Professional, really great. And for now, 2 more. It's Healthcare Certified Information Security Professional, and it's not noticed here, but Certified Software Lifecycle Security Professional, CLSP. And it has also a deep, ISAP or ISAP, CISP with focus on architecture, CISP focused on engineering, but they are too specific. So ISSA is recognized and well known. ISSA. ISSA starts with 4 main certifications based Big 4. Among them, Certified Information System Auditor, Certified Information Security Manager, Certified Risk specialist and certified specialist in governance in IT. So not only related to cybersecurity, information security, but also to governance and IT management as well, and audit. And for now, they recognize them as Big Four, and they have two more, let's say, hard certifications: CDPSI, Certified Data Protectional Security Expert Engineer, and CS6, Cybersecurity Professional, and some specific kind of cybersecurity fundament, society risk, COBIT, and so on. But the most recognized are Big Four: CISA, CISM, CRISC, CJT. I have passed CISM, and it was the hardest certification, the hardest exam that I ever had. Why? Take a look. If we come back to the CISM, 100 questions, 4 options to answer. And if you don't know the right answer, you could go the way, it's not, means that that's it. In CISM or CISA, that's be different way. All the answers, yeah, also for answers, single choice, so multi-choice, but all answers are right, and you need to select a best one that best fits to the question. And you need to be very carefully, because they have a tricky in the exam question. Look, it looks like what is not the best option to do this, or what the other option made the best to do this. And believe me, it's really, really advanced. There are 4 domains in system certification: information security governance, risk management, developing the program, and incident management. And as I said, it was my hardest certification. And to prepare for this, I have changed my mind. True story. All right. If I talk about the evaluation of the system, audit, CISA, as far as I know for now, the most recognized. So to make an audit, to check the efficiency of the information security policies, and so on and so forth. Really great. ECouncil. ECouncil have started with the first certification in hacking or penetration testing, named CEH, or Certified Ethical Hacker. For now, it's 125 questions. The rate is 70%, and 4 hours. It was my first certification. It's a test, yep, and it's a basic level as far as maybe a bit more than basic, but not the essential one, of course. Recognized. Of course, there are some criticism about this, because how to pass the so practical topic related to penetration testing by test. But it was the first one, and it's remained the same. ECouncil started from CEH, but for now it provides insane amount of different certifications. Not 6 I mentioned here, but some of them really related to blockchain or application security, security coding, security DevOps, so specific, and I think they need a time to be recognized. But CEH is recognized, yeah, is great. For now, ECouncil works with learning on demand platform. This is a platform for virtualized lab environment, kind of cyber range, and some exam, for example, CPENT, delivered through the virtualized environment. So it's not, there is no any test, any question. You have an virtualized environment. You need to crack the system, find the key, and submit the key. That's it. If you did it, you're certified. It's a CPENT, certified penetration tester. Also, they have a LPT, lead and penetration tester certification. A lot of. For me, the valuable was CESHify, computer hacking forensic investigation, because it covers a lot of different topics from forensics. And interesting was ECouncil, incident handler, covers the incident handling process, and Cisco. looks similar to CISM, but not so recognized, but also have a lot of interesting topic to know. One of the, let's say, the most recognized, as far as I know, practical cybersecurity certification company is Offensive Security. There is no theory, almost, maybe 50 pages of some instructions, and that's it. They sell a course. What does it mean, course? You look videos, you read some materials, and you have access to the labs. It depends on the time period you bought, for example, for 1 month, 3 months, half year, 1 year, and you need to hack everything. And what will be the exam? You will be provided with 5 machines. One of the machine will be definitely vulnerable to buffer overflow. I'm talking about the OSCP certification, Offensive Security Certified Professional, as the basic one for penetration. Yeah? And you need to hack them. And after that, you need to write your report and send the report, and you will be evaluated, and you will have the been certified. If you would like to have a piece of advice from support team, there are 2 main answers you will get. Try harder. Enumeration is the key. So a lot of my friends and myself, guys, I can't do this. Give me a hint. Try harder. Okay, I did everything. Try harder. And in the third or fourth time, when you explain everything you did, with everything you tried, they said, enumeration is the key. Take a look to this. Oh man, really story. Absolutely. So besides the OSCP, they do provide an OSCE certification expert, bit more advanced, OSVE web expert, fully devoted to the web security and hacking the web applications, and OSEE exploitation expert, absolutely about the buffer overflow and this chain of launching the commands, etc. Sometimes they, during the conferences, kind of Black Hat, DEF CON, etc., they do provide a course related to the wireless security and named it OSVP, wireless professional. But you need to be on site with the conference because this course will not be delivered online either. So, and the thing is that Offensive Security has a really great relationship with the CREST, British certification organization, and they recognize each other. SANS Institute, and JAG certifications. First of all, if you have SANS certification, especially the toppest one, you are the god. It's really expensive. Course could cost $4,000-$6,000 for bootcamp means, and the exam from 100 to 100-500. So 1,000 from 1,000 to $1,500 or euros to pass for one attempt without reattempt. And depends on the exam, depends on certification. It starts from 106 to 180 questions, time limit from 4 to 5 hours, and the success rate depends on the exam from 70 till 73%. But take a look to the map. Here we go. GC, it's and SANS. Or what else here? GRAM, it's SANS. By the way, OSCP, you see Offensive Security. That's it. So, and one thing that I would like to emphasize and mention. On the dark market of education, cybersecurity educational, in different torrents, forums, and channels in the Telegram, it's a hunting for the SANS materials. So they are really, really great. Very often this is a book and practical labs. So even if you have materials with from 2-3 years old, they are valuable, they're good. So, and it's a hunting for them. Even there are specific channels, non-free in dark market, that you need to pay to have access. But if you will share it, oh, you're in trouble. That's it. You will be kicked off from the channel and so on if the dark arbiter will see it. So it's really valuable. So SANS, great, expensive, and super, and of course recognized. I would like to say that if you talk about the CISP and SANS, it's a question. GC, who is more valuable for the US market? SANS definitely more valuable. CompTIA. CompTIA starts cybersecurity certification from Security Plus. They have a Network Plus, Computer Plus, Server Plus, means related to the network, to the server configuration, and to the security. After that, they saw that there's a great market, and they provide several more certification, cybersecurity certified analyst, and certified application security professional, CASP, and Pentest Plus, but they start from Security Plus. And if you talk about the recognition, Security Plus is more recognized, and you could see it in projects and tenders. From 85 to 90 questions, from 90 till 165 minutes, and the rate is 750 points from 900. Sometimes it's a combination, the test, it's a combination between test and practical. By the way, that's their know-how. Means you launch the in the certification center, you launch the, or at home, depends on the way of test delivering. You launch the application, it's a test application. So, okay, you click in the boxes, selecting the answers, and suddenly you have Windows, you have launched Windows, virtual machine access, and the question, do this. I need to know where to find, how to do, and so on and so forth. Because this section will be recorded, and the mentor, not mentor, but tutor who looks at you will evaluate it. So kind of that. Proctor. There's a role named Proctor. By the way, not all certifications could be delivered online. Sometimes you need to pass and you need to go to the certification center, kind of person view or other type. But sometimes it could be delivered online with but you need to take everything from your table, switch on the camera, lock screen. So a lot of prerequisites for this. So that's it. Okay, so CompTIA, Security Plus, yes, other up to you. PECB, certification authority, Canadian one. They started with certification for ISO to 27,000 series, and to 27,001, 27,002, and so on and so forth. But after that, they also provide a certification where the lead ethical hacker, lead forensic examiner, and so on and so forth. But some of them, their certifications are multi-choice test, some of them essay-based, as far as you see. So you need to do something and write an essay. So again, access to the virtual machine, to the virtual environment, do something, and provide the report. This related to the lead ethical hacker, lead forensic examiner, and so on and so forth. Is it recognized? Sometimes you could, but not so, from my perspective as well. So those were vendor neutral certifications. Let's talk about the vendors. Cisco. They have for now CyberOps Associate, CyberOps Professional, CCNP Security, CCE Security. There was CCNA Security, as far as you remember. From 150 questions to 3 hours, and it's valid for 3 years. Yeah. By the way, I will mention the time of the certification. Really great and related to and focused to the product of the specific vendor. But if you talk about the specific project requirements for the need to, to configure Cisco switch, of course, it's required to have. Microsoft. For now, they have several certifications, but I could split them in 2 different options. One is related to the Microsoft as well. For example, MS 365 And you could see here Microsoft certified. This means how to configure Office 365, how to configure Active Directory, and so on and so forth, or Azure Active Directory. But they have additional category related to the Azure, mean cloud. Yeah, it's a AZ50. Interesting. It's 19 minutes from 40 till 60 questions, passing score 70%, and focused just to the Azure environment, how to do something, network groups, network security groups, application security groups, etc., etc., etc. Managed identities, SPNs, and so on. I wasn't passed through the AWS. I'm just preparing for now, but AWS has the same situation. They have AWS certified security something, associate kind of that, and security expert, really great. GCP, by the way, Google Cloud Security Expert as well. So cloud platforms, they do provide their own certifications in related to security. But take a look. Almost all certification authorities, vendor neutral or vendors, they require certification maintenance and recertification. What does it mean? Certificate in almost all the certification authorities is valid for some period of time, from 1 to 3 years. Yeah, there is, for example, offensive security. If you've been certified, you are certified. That's it. But for example, in ISSA or Cisco, ECouncil, CompTIA, the certificates are valid for 3 years. But how to renew it? You have two options. One option, during this time, these 3 years, you need to report your CPE or ECE continuous education points to the system. So you have visited cybersecurity conference, report, okay, 6 hours in the conference, and you will you should photo your badge and apply it. You have read the book, all right. You have passed additional cybersecurity certification. By the way, that's great. That's great. Take a look. If you talk about the ECouncil, you could apply. For example, I've been certified in CEH. I certified to CISP. I applied. I upload CISP to the CEH, and they said, okay, you have 40 points. For 3 years, you need to have 120 points. So 3 additional certifications during 3 years, and that's it. You continued your base 1. But if not, you need to recertify, of course. Pass exam again. But some organizations, mostly vendors, they are tricky, guys. They require that you need not to report the CPE, but you need to increase your certification. So you've been certified for CCNA security. The next, if you would like that the certificate will be valid, you need to in 3 years certified to CCNP security. After that, CCNI security. You see, continuous education. So that's the way. And that's on slide represents, that's my scope of for now on CISP and SSCP. So for SSCP, I overwhelmed. For CISP, I have a next stage, next period for 3 years. I mean, already renew it. So I already have a half of CPE for that. What I would like to suggest you in addition, be very careful with certification track. Too many different certification in professional companies were often recognized as certification hunter. So if person would like to gather everything it could from those picture, yeah, it looks weird. So if you have a track, for example, CEH, CPEND, OSCP, LPT, all right, so all your track related to cybersecurity penetration testing. Or CISP, CISM, all right, you're a manager. You are going to be a good cybersecurity and information security manager, but not spend a lot of time for everything. So better to demonstrate a clear track from the beginner level to the high level. and so on. From other perspective, as mentioned, too much is never enough. Formality, colleagues. Tenders, HRs, projects, they require certifications. So as much if you have, you could not. One trick that I could suggest you: do not publish all the certifications in the LinkedIn, but just required in the project application or CV, related of the position, of course. Yep, I haven't emphasized several certification companies because we're almost out of time. For example, Learn Security. It's good for beginners. It's a practical certification, and students prefer it because they have kind of penetration testing student, penetration testing professional, web security professional, web security expert, etc. Fully practical one with virtualized environment. The Mile 2, Florida, USA-based company, they do provide also where certifications really similar to ECouncil, for example, and ISSA. For example, they have something like Cisco, I've been certified it, or CCSO, so kind of that. As I said, a lot of them depends what do you want, but my suggestion, again, check if you're going to apply, check the recognition and have a clear track. Any questions, colleagues? Good question from Andre, that is it true that too many certificates is treated as you have too little practical experience? Yep. As I said, as I mentioned, certification hunter, yep, means that you certified, but when to work. That's why my suggestion to have clear track, and if you have some theoretical certifications, please demonstrate and practical experience with other type, for example, SCP or something like that. Other questions, colleagues? In this case, if you don't have any questions, I would like to emphasize that it's time for application for autumn courses in Promise project. We have several courses: applied cryptography, DevSecOps, operational security for critical infrastructure, security inventory for software development, software security, trusted systems, and my web system security. So you're welcome. Please apply for these courses. They've been designed for the professionals. They are online and flexible. And of course, the study pace is not student-based, but professional-based. And of course, free of charge, and we'll give you an credits. So if any questions, you see the emails of our colleagues Monique and Anna. They will answer all your questions and provide you all the support you need. Some entry requirements: at least 120 credits. Yep. 90 credits should be in technical area, and 2 years of professional experience. So if you would like to know much more about the Promise project in general, please follow the link promiseedu.se and apply to our courses via the entanging.se and universityadmission.se. In case of any questions, feel free to ask Anna or Monique. Thank you.